We're going to explain why do we have this indentation in the expiratory flow. But first, this is ABV CMV mode of ventilation, which is pressure regulated volume control. The targeted tidal volume is 500 ml. The machine will utilize pressure to deliver that tidal volume. That pressure is regulated up and down for the targeted tidal volume based on the resistance and compliance of the respiratory system. You can see in this breath here, the pressure goes up to 22 centimeter of water. This is 14 centimeter of water above the PEEP level of 8 centimeter of water. With this inspiratory pressure, we have inspiratory flow that goes up to the peak inspiratory flow of around 30 liters per minute, then decelerates. With this inspiratory flow, we have a volume that goes into the lungs up to the tidal volume of 500 ml. Expiration starts here, the pressure is released, flow goes to peak expiratory flow, which is negative flow, or expiratory flow the other direction, around 25 liters per minute, then decelerates up to or down to, you can say, to the zero level. With this expiration, the volume is actually exhaled here. You can see the volume is completely goes back to zero, meaning that everything in inspiration, everything we got in inspiration is completely exhaled. There is no retained volume here. So let's take a look on this breath. This is exactly the same in inspiration, same tidal volume, same pressure, same flow. However, in expiration, we have the same peak expiratory flow initially here, and the lungs the air started to get out of the lungs. So the flow goes down to zero, up on this line. Of course, goes down from 25 liters per minute, which is expiratory flow, represented here as a negative flow, and reaches here the zero level. Now, if you want to compare this, notice that the flow here goes to zero also. However, at this point here, if you take a look on the volume is completely exhaled. However, the flow here goes down to zero. However, if you take a look on the volume, you will see that the lung is not completely emptied yet. So that would have been retained volume in the lung if the machine was triggered by this inspiratory effort. So we're assuming that this is inspiratory effort by the patient. The patient ceased exhalation and tried to initiate inhalation. You don't see any negative deflection here to confirm this, but it is certainly the patient stopped exhalation here, and most likely because he wanted to initiate inhalation, but he could not trigger the ventilator. So he stopped inhalation, or goes back to the passive state of the lung, which is expiration, and then he continues to exhale the remaining part of the air. You can see here the flow goes again up, but it is expiratory, around 10 liters per minute, and he continues exhalation. The volume continues to go down. If the machine was triggered by this inspiratory effort of the patient, the next breath would have happened here, and that would have actually caused air trapped or auto beep for the patient. That's all what I have today. Thank you.